We had a good practice today. The guys came out fired up. They've been locked in this week and just concentrating on themselves and what each player can do to get better. And I saw them working on that today, and I was pleased with that. We're continuing to fine-tune our techniques and our assignments so that we can be the defense that we want to be. And today's practice led us in that direction. What questions you got?
TJ, what does the backups have to do to where you get to the point to trust them enough to put them in situations on Saturday?
They have to execute in practice. So as soon as they execute enough in practice to have us feel confident in playing them, then they'll get more reps. And so we're working on that. We're working on getting as many guys as we can ready for the games. And today was another step in that direction.
Earlier, Mark said TJ Carter and Naquez Pringle were two guys that might kind of join the rotation soon. What have you seen out of them?
They have a lot of ability. Naquez is extremely strong. He's a big load. He's hard to move. He can knock people off the ball. And then TJ, for his size, is extremely athletic and physical. TJ has a lot of talent as a defensive lineman. We're wanting to get both of them on the field and trying to get them ready.
TJ, if they're not ready, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place that you need to give some of your main guys a blow, but other guys aren't ready or guys playing too much.
It is the case, we're working to solve that problem. We need to get more players on the field. We need to get more guys in the rotation, and so every day in practice is critical that we do.
Laster didn't get a lot of reps in that game. Was that more a product of Jordan Jones and how well he was playing, or something?
Laster is mainly working now at outside linebacker. He's mainly playing outside linebacker, and so we've gone back and forth with him, really to figure out what's the best fit for him and for us, and that's where he's been getting a lot of reps now, and so he's catching up on his assignments there and getting better every day.
Did Courtney Love show any effects from playing all 95 snaps on defense?
Courtney hasn't seemed too gassed, considering that he did that and played hard every play. So,
were you pleased with how he handled his assignments and alignments?
I was. I think Courtney did a good job.
TJ, we haven't heard about Jordan Bonner in a while. Where is he at in this kind of path?
Jordan is he's in the same boat as a lot of the guys, especially in Jordan's situation. They didn't get it till August, So he's in that situation where he's trying to learn his assignments and techniques, so that we can put him out there. We can feel confident that he'll do the right thing. If you remember last year, we didn't get Mike and Derek Beatty on the field until the second half of the season. So sometimes it takes time on developing people in those aspects.
Florida has a big physical new back. Didn't see a lot of him last week, but do you kind of expect to get a heavy dose of him this time?
We may. I think they have a lot of good backs. They have good running backs that I think can run the ball, and they've got speed and size. A combination. So you have to be ready for all of it.
What did you see from Luke Del Rio in his first start?
I think Luke, for his first start, I thought that he didn't seem too rattled. Considering the situation that he's been under, I don't think he seemed too rattled.
How do you keep from getting frustrated yourself, even though you have another game to prepare when your defense kind of falls apart in the second half?
Well, we just have to emphasize on that, on finishing games, and making sure that the guys, don't lose focus. The longer the game gets, the more tired they get, that they stay locked in the entire game so that they can be disciplined to execute and play their technique for the second half.
How did they finish today when they were pumping in the crowd noise?
They did well. It's mainly for the offense. The away games for the defense is pretty quiet, but they did pretty well.
Would you have expected the depth to be better 4 years into this than it is to get to that point, I guess?
I think that we've had some good players in different positions, but we've never really had them all at the same time. We had Buds and Darius here for a while, and I don't think that we didn't have the secondary. So I think that we've been able to develop players at different positions. We haven't necessarily been able to develop enough for an SEC schedule at every position, you know, and some of that's just because guys take longer. Some guys just take longer to develop, and some of that is that you know, maybe we had a player like Bud that was so good that why would we ever want to put his back up? You know, so the younger player behind him didn't get the play.
Mark talks about rat trapping. What do you think he means, and kind of what did you see on film that it was that on Saturday?
Well, I think what that means is so a disciplined person does the right thing all the time. Okay? And an undisciplined person every now and then will not do the right thing. And when somebody becomes disciplined, but maybe you know, they weren't always disciplined, then when adversity hits, they get caught in that trap. That's what he refers to.
Did you see a lot of examples of that in the second half?
I saw some.
Yeah.
I saw some examples of where we lost focus and lost discipline, and that was discouraging.
Are there things from the first half that you can sort of point to and say, this is where we could be if we just, you know, I mean, what were some things you saw in the first half that you liked?
I think in the first half we were playing with a lot of energy and confidence, and we were great communicators. I think in the second half, a lot of that fell off. I think that some of the lack of communication led to some of the mental errors, so we have to continue to stay on top of that.
First half went too easy.
I don't know about that. It just was, you know, it was an example of adversity hit, and then we didn't respond the right way, you know. So
they had that play right before halftime. Obviously, a lot going to momentum and come back out with the ball.
yes,
and I think they continue to sustain the momentum. It's hard. How hard is it? It was hard for y'all to get that back.
it was hard. It was hard to get the momentum back, but we got to find a way to do it. Got to find a way.
What about Josh Hanna? Has he been able to practice?
Yeah, he's been practicing. He's been in and out of certain drills, but he's been practicing.
Very good. Thank you very much.